The universe might be alive, and what that means will shock you. Imagine this: the stars above, the galaxies swirling in the distance, and even the silence between them. What if none of it is just random matter and energy? What if the entire cosmos is part of a vast, conscious intelligence? This isn't the stuff of fantasy or science fiction. It's a serious question explored by leading physicists, philosophers, and systems theorists. The idea that the universe may be truly alive, not metaphorically but literally, challenges some of our deepest assumptions about life, awareness, and reality itself. What you're about to see isn't just a theory, it's a mind-expanding perspective that could permanently shift how you understand your place in the cosmos. Where the idea comes from. The idea of a living universe goes back thousands of years. Ancient civilizations, Greek, Egyptian, Vedic, and indigenous cultures viewed the universe as a living being. It wasn't just a background, it was an active participant in existence. The Greek philosopher Plato wrote about the cosmos as a living creature with a soul. Hindu texts describe the universe as the body of a cosmic god. Indigenous worldviews often treat the sky, earth, rivers, and stars as conscious beings. But it's not just old myth. In modern times, this idea is being re-examined with new tools: physics, information theory, biology, and artificial intelligence. The question isn't what if anymore. It's what would it mean if the universe is alive? And if this idea is true, it challenges the foundation of how we define life. Maybe we've misunderstood what life is. We think it must breathe, move, grow. But what if existence itself is the breath of the cosmos? What if life can be still and eternal? Panpsychism. Consciousness is everywhere. Panpsychism is the idea that consciousness is a fundamental feature of reality. Just like mass or charge, awareness might be built into the fabric of everything. According to this theory, even atoms and electrons might have a tiny sliver of experience. It doesn't mean they have thoughts or emotions, but they might have a primitive kind of perception. When many particles combine, like in the human brain, those tiny perceptions could fuse into full-blown consciousness. If awareness scales up with complexity, then the universe, which is infinitely more complex than any single human, might be the most advanced form of consciousness to exist. That means we could be living inside a thinking universe, a system that not only exists, but is aware of its own existence. The Earth already acts like a life form. The Gaia Hypothesis, proposed by scientist James Lovelock and microbiologist Lynn Margulis, suggests that Earth behaves like a living organism. It regulates its own temperature, chemistry, and atmosphere to sustain life. When something disrupts that balance, like rising CO2 levels, it attempts to self-correct, just like a body would fight a fever. If an entire planet can function like an organism, then why stop there? Our solar system could be a higher-level unit. Galaxies could function like organs. The entire universe could be one massive, self-regulating, intelligent being. And we're only beginning to understand how deeply Earth's ecosystems are interconnected. Forests communicate chemically. Oceans regulate carbon. Even microorganisms in the soil form complex feedback systems. If a single planet can host these layers of intelligence, the larger cosmos might contain networks we've yet to detect. Quantum physics. Reality isn't solid. Quantum physics shattered our classical view of matter. Subatomic particles don't exist in fixed locations until they're observed. They flicker in and out of existence, existing as probability clouds rather than solid points. This creates a bizarre link between conscious observation and physical reality. It's almost as if consciousness helps create what we see. Some physicists believe consciousness and quantum mechanics are deeply entangled. This brings up a powerful question. Could the universe be observing itself? Could reality emerge from consciousness rather than the other way around? If so, the universe wouldn't just be conscious, it would be self-aware, watching itself evolve through the eyes of every living thing. The cosmic brain theory. A 2020 study shocked the scientific world by showing that the structure of the universe closely resembles a human brain. The cosmic web, huge filaments of galaxies separated by vast voids, looks uncannily like neural networks. Here's where it gets even weirder. The number of connections between galaxies in the cosmic web is almost the same as the number of connections between neurons in a human brain. This isn't just visual coincidence. Mathematically, both structures optimize for information flow. Both are self-organizing, resilient, and highly efficient. If it looks like a brain and acts like a brain, what if it functions like a brain? This leads to the cosmic brain theory. The universe may be a vast distributed mind, processing data, reacting to change, and evolving across billions of years. 6. Consciousness as the purpose of the universe. Why does the universe exist the way it does? Why are the laws of physics so precisely tuned for life? This is known as the anthropic principle. The idea that the universe appears fine-tuned for observers like us because observers like us are here to ask the question. But some scientists push this further. They argue that consciousness may not be an accident. It might be the very reason the universe exists. In other words, the universe produces consciousness to become aware of itself. We may be its way of looking back. You watching this video might be the universe experiencing itself in real time. 7. The simulation argument. Is it all code? Another mind-bending theory is the simulation hypothesis, the idea that the universe is a digital simulation run by a higher intelligence. We already create simulated worlds in video games. As computing power increases, creating a universe like ours becomes theoretically possible. If our universe is a simulation, then its creator, whoever or whatever it is, would be the equivalent of God, or at least an architect with intent. The rules of physics would be the code. Consciousness might be a program or emergent behavior. And if it's all code, the universe isn't just alive. It's intelligently designed, with you as an active part of its logic. 8. The universe learning through us. If the universe is alive, then every conscious being is like a neuron in its mind. Our experiences, ideas, and emotions feed back into the system. The universe may be learning about itself through evolution, creativity, and curiosity. Every discovery we make, from science to art, could be an act of cosmic self-awareness. Even human struggle might have purpose. Our problems, failures, and breakthroughs might not be random. They could be part of a larger process, a universal consciousness evolving through trial and error. You're not just in the universe, you are the universe. One node in a mind billions of light years wide, and that means your choices matter. Every act of kindness, every moment of insight, every lesson learned, these may ripple across the fabric of space-time like neurons firing across the cosmic brain. 9. Counter-arguments and skepticism. Not everyone agrees, of course. Most scientists view consciousness as a product of the brain, not the cosmos. They argue that comparing the universe to a brain is poetic, but ultimately anthropomorphism, projecting human qualities onto non-human things. They demand hard evidence, not visual similarities. But skeptics also admit we don't fully understand consciousness. We don't know what it is, where it comes from, or why it exists. It remains one of science's biggest mysteries, so the debate continues. But what's undeniable is this: we live in a universe far more complex, strange, and intelligent than we once imagined. And perhaps it's the questions we ask, the willingness to challenge what we believe, that slowly brings the truth into focus. Doubt in this sense is a kind of participation. 10. What if the universe is alive? If the universe is alive, then everything changes. It's not just about stars and black holes. It's about purpose, connection, and meaning. Your thoughts matter. Your emotions are signals. Your curiosity is the universe reaching inward. It means death isn't an end, it's a transformation. Just as cells die and new ones form in your body, maybe our lives are moments in the lifespan of the cosmos. It also means we're never alone. Even in deep space, even in silence, we are surrounded by a conscious environment, listening and responding in ways we can't yet understand. So what does the universe want? Maybe just this: to know itself. Conclusion: maybe we'll never know whether the universe is alive, or maybe the answer has been hiding in plain sight all along, encoded in the stars, in the silence of space, and in the awareness we carry within ourselves. But if the universe is alive, then we're not just residents. We're participants, active cells in a vast cosmic being that's thinking, evolving, and possibly dreaming through us. And maybe, just maybe, the universe is watching this video through your eyes. If this idea stretched your imagination, leave a comment with your thoughts, hit the like button, and subscribe for more mind-expanding explorations.